Welcome to Cruiser X, your cruise prescription. In this video, we wanted to compare the MSC Yacht Club to the Celebrity Retreat. We recently had the chance to sail on both the Seashore with MSC and the Beyond on Celebrity with Captain Kate. We had a chance to talk to passengers in both venues to get their opinions, and it was really a close call. Both cruise lines do a great job. But there was a clear-cut winner. So we're going to look at it from the standpoint of price, embarkation, the pool deck, the restaurant, the lounge, and then finally disembarkation. And then we'll give you our bottom line opinion on which gives you the best value. So let's go ahead and get into it. For the first category, let's look at it from the standpoint of price. In this category, then MSC is going to win hands down. For the MSC Seashore, it was a 4-day cruise, then went to the Bahamas, went to their private island, stayed overnight on the private island, and the cost of that cruise was $3,800 in the Yacht Club for 2 people. On the Celebrity Beyond, it was a 7-day cruise that also went to the Bahamas, but then went to St. Thomas, Antigua, and then back to Fort Lauderdale. The cost for that cruise was $4,600. Now, you may say, well, it was a 7-day cruise. It wasn't that much more. But regardless, it was still much better pricing on MSC. And really, MSC, every time that we've booked a cruise or looked at cruises and priced MSC, they clearly win. So for you folks that love cruising on Carnival, MSC is a much better cruise line. The pricing is just as competitive. I would really urge you to look at MSC. And remember, the pricing I gave you was for their yacht club. So it's even, less expensive for balcony staterooms or, if you like, an inside stateroom. So pricing goes to MSC. Embarkation was an easy one to declare a winner, and that's going to go to Celebrity all day long. At MSC, when we got to the terminal, they had a tent outside, which was nice. It was raining, and we went inside, but it was a corral. They had the main boarding area, and then they had this little cubbyhole that was for the yacht club guests. It was too crowded. They had a really lame table set up with drinks and snacks and everything else. And then they called you up to the counter to get checked in. Security was, you went to the main security line, and then they basically let you cut in front of other people, which had to aggravate the other people. So it was just an afterthought. Where on Celebrity, you get to the terminal and there is a separate entrance for retreat guests. You go into an elevator, you go up the elevator, you have a private security line. There was nobody there. We went right through. As soon as we walked into the retreat lounge, there was a person there with a tablet, checked us in, and then said, you can either hang out in the lounge here or you can go ahead and board the ship right now. So it was much better facility with Celebrity, very clean, much better organized, faster. From when we walked in the terminal to when we walked on the ship was no longer than 6-7 minutes, literally that quick. So Embarkation, the winner is Celebrity Cruise Lines. Now let's talk about the overall facility. But before we get into that, please be sure to like this video, click on that subscribe button, and click that notification icon so that you know every time that we post a video. And also share this video too. Now, as far as the overall facility, it's really, really close. But I'm going to have to make the winner MSC Cruises. And the reason why is both have great restaurants, and we'll get into that in some detail. They both had great pool decks, hot tubs, food availability. The lounges on both were great. But with MSC, the entire yacht club is in its own capsule. So when you pass through, they give you a wristband, you go through, you enter the yacht club. Your cabin's there, the pool's there, the lounge, the restaurant, everything are in this bubble. With the retreat, You would leave your room. You would have to wand your way in using your key card, wand your way into the lounge, then do the same for the restaurant, then do the same for your room or the pool deck. So it wasn't in its own area. So that's the reason why MSC in this case overall is the winner for the facility. Both were very clean, and honestly, I think you would love both depending on whichever one you were on. So MSC overall facility winner in this category. Now we'll talk about the pool and sun deck, and this was a really tough one because it's like trying to decide which is better, $100 bill or 250s. They were both great pools, both very clean, spacious. They both had bars right there, both had food available right there, both had hot tubs, both were in the front of the ship, both had great views. So in this case, I'm going to call it a tie. There is no clear cut winner. No matter which ship you're on, you're going to enjoy the pool deck. I mean, they both were fantastic. Celebrity had a bar there with food available. You could sit down, they bring it out to your table. They had a couple hot tubs, and they had drink service to the pool. But then again, so did MSC. Had a great bar, had food available. They had a buffet, and they would bring food. You could go to the buffet, get it yourself, or you could order from a menu, and they would bring the food to you. Had a couple hot tubs. So really, like I said before, a dead even tie. Whichever ship you're on, you're going to have a great time. Let's talk about the lounge. So both ships had great lounges. Both lounges were the width of the ship, or the full beam of the ship. So you had views on the port side or the starboard side. Both were in the towards the front of the ship, so you could see where you were going. Both had great bar service. Both had snacks available. But the winner here is going to be Celebrity, and that is because of the service that you get on Celebrity. Goes far and above and beyond what you get on MSC. Now, this is not to say that the crew on MSC was not doing their job. They did a great job. It's just that the service on Celebrity is that much better. For example, when you walk around MSC, and you'll see crew members doing their jobs, in every part of the ship. But when you do the same thing on a Celebrity cruise ship, they greet you, whether it's good morning, good afternoon, hello, sir. On this last cruise on Beyond, I made it a challenge to try and find a crew member who wouldn't greet me. I even tried, walking down, not looking at them, but every single crew member made a greeting. So it's just that's just a small little thing. And does it mean MSC is bad because they don't do it? No, not at all. It's just that at Celebrity they go that much far above and beyond. So in this case with the lounge, while both facilities were awesome and the food in both lounges, they were just snacks, but it was still great. They both had concierges available. But I definitely have to give the winner to Celebrity for the service going above and beyond. For the final category, let's look at restaurant service. On the Celebrity Beyond, the name of the restaurant, as with all the Celebrity ships for the retreat, is Lumine. For MSC, there really was no special name. It was the Yacht Club restaurant. So that's irrelevant. The food on both was very, very good. I've got to make the winner, though, in this category, Celebrity Cruises. And here's why. On MSC, the food was very good, but the menu was geared more towards Europeans. So if you love European food, and there's nothing wrong with European food, but it's not really an American's expectations, then while the food was great, the food was good quality, well prepared, it was just kind of leaned towards that way. Where on Celebrity, the food was a little bit better, I thought, and the menu was geared more towards Americans. So as an American, is kind of my preference. However, that may not be your preference. So, as far as the cleanliness in the restaurants, they're both equally perfect. The service was great. Service, however, in Celebrity, above and beyond what you get on MSC. Doesn't mean the MSC service was bad. It just means that Celebrity goes above and beyond, goes that extra mile when it comes to service in Lumine, just like in the lounge. So both great restaurants. If you book on MSC in the Yacht Club, you'll still enjoy the restaurant. Just go in with the expectation that the menu may be a little bit different than what you're normally used to. Doesn't mean you're going to get bad food. It just means it's going to be geared a little differently. But with all of that in mind and leading heavily towards the service that you get on Celebrity, the winner, like I said before, Celebrity Cruises for restaurant. So, for an overall best value, whether that is going to be MSC with their Yacht Club experience or Celebrity with their retreat experience, and in this, for the sake of this video, we were looking at an Edge class ship. The winner is going to be Celebrity Cruises. While it is more expensive than MSC, the service that you get on Celebrity far outweighs any kind of price difference. Now, that is a personal thing. So if the bottom line to you is lowest price, then you're going to enjoy MSC more. If you are geared more towards the experience of the cruise, then you're going to enjoy Celebrity more, because the service is going to exceed your expectations and you'll have a much more pleasant time. Doesn't mean you're going to have a bad time on MSC. It just means that you're going to be catered to that much more on Celebrity. So like I said before, both cruise lines do a great job. Both ships are incredible, beautiful, big, well designed, super clean. But the service that you get on Celebrity Cruises far outweighs the lower price that you get on MSC Cruises. So that is it for this video. We'll see you in the next video.